Hola, hola, hola. Te habla Juan Carlos Robles, mejor conocido como MR.Handsome. Hoy quiero que ponga mucha atención, ya que este es un tema de gran importancia. También quiero que te suscriba a nuestro canal y que le dé like a nuestros videos. Vamos a dar inicio. So we are going to talk about simple present statements with regular verbs. Okay, let's continue. The simple present is a verb tense with two main uses. So we use the simple present tense when an action is happening right now. So when we say right now, we are talking about this moment. Or when it happens regularly or usingly, which is why it's sometimes called present indefinite. Examples. So we're going to see some samples. I feel great. So that is something that is happening to you. I feel great. I'm sorry to hear that you're sick. So that means that you are sick in this moment. So this is simple present tense. Pauline loves pie. So that is an action that happened regularly. So she loves pies. That is something from her. Okay, let's continue. The other is to talk about habitual actions or occurrences. For example, Darla practices the piano every day. Mr. Robles travels during the summer. Hamsters run fast. Okay, let's continue. Depending on the person, the simple present tense is formed by using the root form or by adding s or es to the end of the verb. So now we are going to see some samples. For example, in the conjugations of the verb love, with the first pronoun I say I love, with the second you love, but in the third pronouns we have a change. For example, we can see the s there. He loves and she loves. With we say we love or they love. So you can see the change on the pronouns he and she. Verbs ending es, he, she, it. So with these pronouns. Walk, walks, ride, rides, study, studies, watch, watches. I walk to school. So I divide the pronouns in two groups. So the first group is I, you ride your bike to school. We live with our parents. They use public transportation. Okay, let's continue with our topic. He, she, it. This is the second group. He works near here. That means that the person is working near his or her house or near the place where he is in that right moment. She takes the bus to work. Okay, let's see the formula for making simple present verb negative. For example, we have is done plus root forms of verb. I, you, we, and they. This is the first group of pronouns because I divided in two groups. The first group use don't as auxiliary. For example, I don't live far from here. You don't live far from here. We don't live far from here. They don't live far from here. I don't live near here. You don't live near here. We don't live near here. They don't live near here. I don't live alone. You don't live alone. We don't live alone. They don't live alone. I don't need a car. You don't need a car. We don't need a car. They don't need a car. Remember that here we are talking about the first group, negative, where we use don't. Third person singular. He, she, it doesn't work downtown. So he doesn't work downtown. She doesn't work downtown. It doesn't work downtown. He doesn't drive to work. She doesn't drive to work. It doesn't drive to work. It doesn't shine in the dark. Or I can say also he doesn't shine in the dark, or she doesn't shine in the dark. Here we can see that we don't use the s or es at the end of the verb because we have the auxiliary doesn't before the verb. So when we have the auxiliary, we don't have to use the s or es at the end of the verb. That is why we are using here the verb without s or es. Let's continue. Thank you. O sea, gracias. Recuerda suscribirte a nuestro canal y darle like a nuestros videos. Nos vemos luego. Bye bye. Hasta la próxima.